your work is not compounding. If you've been building, putting in the effort, staying consistent, but still feel like you are the same level, you absolutely need to hear this, because you've been told to keep going, to stay disciplined, being patient. But if your work is not compounding as you plan, something is fundamentally wrong, and you cannot keep postponing this. In this video, you're going to see the hidden reason why your effort is not stacking, and why most builders stay stuck in the same loop for years. Because right now, you're not building on top of your work. You are starting over again and again. You are working, you are staying active, you are putting in the effort. But those actions, they are not compounding as you wanted, because consistency alone is not enough. Meaning that, and this is the biggest misconception, because men think that they need to put it in the effort, they need to be consistent, which is all true. But if the work that you are doing is not connected, there are not many layers. When you do one action, there are layers connected to that action, and you are not aware of those. That is why you always keep resetting, and that is why you feel like you are repeating things, but nothing is actually growing like supposed to. And this is something that every man that tried to create something, me personally, I've been in this loop a lot at the beginning, because nobody teach this deep level of understanding. So we need to start and reverse, because before, like, let's say you have a business, you are doing the action, you are putting, you have hard work, you are posting, but it's like you find something online that is good for your body, you want to apply in the gym, you do it once, and you feel okay, but it's not gonna compound. I will use a gym example so you can understand really the concept, because this is very, very important. If you don't understand this, you're gonna keep doing the action, doing the work, but nothing is gonna really compound. I use the gym example. I don't use the gym much now, but it's gonna really kicks in with you. So when you want to get an aesthetic body, you are going to plan not the day. You're going to plan weekly and monthly checkpoints that they are going to allow you to understand, okay, I'm on the right path or I'm not. Once you have that, you understand that what do you have to do daily, that is connected, every action daily is connected with each other to get you to that checkpoint successfully, and then proceed, have that growth and get to your results and grow more from there. Most men, when they want to go to to build their vessel, they are planning, they're not even planning for in with a correct rhythm, with a correct system. They are looking too much of the short term gain. When you go to the gym or you train, you do things random, you do things of based on what you feel like. That will never work. It's like in business is the same, even in life, in relationship. If you do things randomly, you're gonna have random effort and the results. Even if you put a lot of effort, it's gonna be random. You're gonna have confusion more than correct information and data that you can build upon it. So in business is the same. You are operating now, but there is no system. You need to, when you do the action, that action must feed the system that you built, and the system with feedback loop is gonna improve by itself, and you are gonna just be the driver in that system, the driver in the car. Because if you are the car itself and you just it's like you're sprinting all the time. If you keep sprinting here and there, you're gonna get in burnout, too many sprints that you cannot hold for the long run. And those sprints, they give you information, but they are not connected to each other. They are connected to single moments, and those single moments, they cannot compound. Okay, so I want to really you understand the concept, because when you understand this little key, and in a second I want to give you something that you can do right now that is going to allow you to solve this existential problem once and for all. We're going to get there in a second, but I want you really to understand this, because personally, when I built the different businesses online, and one of the biggest issue at the beginning, I'm talking 6-7 years ago from now, was that I was doing the action, I had the goal, but I was always sabotaging myself in the process. I was always second guessing myself. I was always thinking, is it the right thing I'm doing? And that kind of thinking, that kind of way of being, because you do the action that you overthink, you overreact, or there are some things that you don't want to do. It's not, that is not clarity, it's the opposite, right? Is that is confusion. But that confusion, that this chaos, it comes because personally I didn't have a system on how I use my energy throughout the day and throughout the week, understanding the cycles to do very specific actions, small period of time of action connected to each other, that allow me to get the best results as fast as possible. Because again, every time I get something in return, the best energy, the best result, the most money, whatever is it, for me it was not the most amount of work I did, but was that focus, clear, very specific action that I did. And that never took me a long time, or I didn't have to do it incredible amount of times. Because if you're trying to do something for too much time and it's not compounding, it that is already telling you, 1 second, here there is something not working. Maybe it's not even the action I'm doing, it's why am I even doing this action. It's so subtle, but you have to understand it deeply. Okay, and you have that, you must become an architect of your system before your output, before your effort, before your action. You must become an architect of the system that is going to compound for you, because all that action that you did, you're going to feed it into your system. And because you understand how the system works, you build it, you create it around your energy, around your goals. Then it's because of that system that you're going to compound your action and your efforts. You have a way to measure that action and effort that you did. You have a way to understand, is this connected to the next thing? And this is what I wanted to tell you, that I was going to tell you. um, Before doing any action, before putting effort in something, ask yourself, what is this building, and what is it exactly connected to after? What are the second, third, fourth, fifth order consequences of in terms of connection? What is connecting these two? Not just I post something randomly because I thought can give value or is good, and then you wait for the results but nothing happens. It must be something connected. You're gonna not get the results overnight, but every action that you do, it must be connected to the next one, to the next one. And because it's connected, you're gonna have that compound effect after, and you're gonna get those big set results that you're seeking for. Okay? Ask this question. And once you understand, okay, this is probably not connected to anything else, this is probably, I don't need it, this is probably doesn't require my effort now. Once you have those little things that actually they move the most amount of, um, more than action, they give you the most amount of results because they're very specific tasks, the most advanced tasks you can do that they are connected to your end goal. Take little time, take little time in the part of the day that you already know that you are most active. Okay? This is even more important. Once you understand the most important thing you must do and how it is connected to all the other things that come after it, and you have put the time to do it, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever is it, they tell you do it the first thing, do it in the morning, whatever is it. There is an issue with this because nobody right now has the same morning or the best morning. You are going to listen to something which is true, but your life right now, it doesn't reflect the best you can ever have for your own rhythm and energy. Once you have the best, really the best morning, you know how the energy works, then you can put that action there. But before you cannot. So in this moment, to really have the fastest outcome, for sure, not with guess, understand and analyze where during the days, in the next 72 hours, you have the best energy of the day. Those 2 or 3 hours that you feel energy, you feel great, you feel, this is my moment. And at the beginning, put that most important priorities there. In that time period, you are not going to eat, spend time doing nothing. You're not going to chill. You're going to create. You're going to do the action, the things that are most important, that are connected to your end results. There. This is the most important things. Do it in that period of time. Now, once you are in that, you start keeping, you start feeling more than keeping. You start feeling, okay, this is starting to create something. Is bringing me somewhere. I can see now it is connected. Many don't know about this. Is that before anything, there is a rhythm and energy. Okay, you want to make a lot of money. You want to be fully independent. You want to be respected. You want to create something that you are proud of. It's your thing. And maybe after that, you want to keep creating things. And then you want to share it with people you love. But before any of this, if you don't master your energy within your nervous system, I don't care how much money you want to make and with which business you want to try to have that, or which end results or goals you have. You're going to have a lot of suffering during the process, and you don't want this. So now you understand, we see what we have to do in order to make sure that you're not just consistent and doing action at work, but you make sure that things are connected. You make sure that you're doing those things in the best time of the day. This is the main thing. Now we need to implement this. So now is the implementation part. This is a big one, because the most important and best energy of every single day is in the first 2 hours when you're awake. Now, if those 2 hours are wasted doing things that they are not multiplying your energy in the best possible way, you're gonna lose many days and many weeks along the week, along the journey, and you are not going to even realize this. Just time is gonna just slip out of your hands like that. And the most important resource, most important than any money you can ever make or anything that you can create, is the time that you already have. And that time that you already have must be well spent, all single moments. And you must know how to use it, because most of the time that time is wasted. Literally, even when you do action, but it's not the right action, is wasted. It's what I call camouflage. Time is hiding behind the action, but that time is very important. So in order to understand how to use your time and to master your energy, you must master the first hours of the day. Personally, along the way, this is what made me the most, not even results, I would call it more freedom, more peace, more sense of inner knowing that I'm creating something great for the ones I love and for myself. That I'm creating something meaningful. And I had to use different techniques, a mix of water, light, movement, breathing, in some certain environments with setups that allow me to get in a ultra state of awareness in order to have understanding of all the what is happening in my life, how everything is connected, how can I manifest faster, how can I implement faster, how can I make concrete these thoughts or idea in order that it can be real in front of my eyes. And this is something any man have and can do, but most doesn't have, because it's, there is too much bullshit around the mornings, around the first hour of the day, which are the most important and the most beautiful and the best energy you're gonna have. You're not, it's impossible that you're gonna get the best energy of the day if it's not in the two first hour of the day. And if it's not like this right now, that is the problem. So I have built what I call a EDENIC morning reset. It's a reset that allows you to regain the inner knowing, inner strength, inner order, ultra clarity before the day, and that energy that is going to be constantly available for you because you have that big clarity at the beginning. Not just 2 or 3 hours during the day, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours during and every each single day. Okay? It's completely for free because I know that you need it. You can find it down below. And again, this reset is what is going to allow you to not only do the right action, but to make sure that what you are doing is compounding, because you have the master clarity, you have the awareness. Finally, you understand what you are doing is connected to everything, because you operate from a higher state of awareness, from the subconscious instead of just the conscious. You're not just a slave that do things, because many times men start doing businesses and then become the slave of their businesses. It's just a work, but it's online, or a work. It's always work. Okay, you always have to do things, something. You are not actually enjoying that, or there are tiny things that you don't enjoy, and you must not be in that state. Okay, you must develop the best state of awareness. So it doesn't matter what you are doing, creating, building, you are still in this creation mode. You are still in this ultra very good positive energy mode all the time, and that is allow you to be in the best state for creation, for staying with the people you love. It's, you must understand, it's about the state of being first, and all rest after. Okay, state of being, understand how to create a system that keep our state of being at the best levels all the times, and then all the rest is gonna be, I wouldn't say easy, but it's gonna be without effort. It's gonna be without self-doubt. It's gonna be without wandering. Okay, and this is what we want. With that said, this is it for this transmission. I see you in the next one. Stay in peace, stay aligned. See you, brother.